everyone, welcome to another episode of rawradianthealth.com, and I'm Natasha St. Michael, and thank you so much for joining me. So today's Monday. It's beautiful here in Montreal. I feel like summer's finally here. I hope so. Hope no more snow comes in. And today I want to talk about what can you do with your diet to help prevent sun damage, because this is a great request I got, and it's true that your diet actually can help make you more resilient to the damage from the sun, and it can really make a difference as to how your skin reacts to the sun, everything, and to protect you just a little bit more. So this is something to definitely consider, because as we know, wearing sunscreen can be more toxic than not wearing sunscreen. And everyone needs vitamin D, especially if you're living in the northern hemisphere. Most people have a deficiency of vitamin D. So when the summertime comes along, this is a time really to take advantage to sort of stock up on natural vitamin D. So it's important that you do actually expose your skin to the sun for 30 minutes a day and get that vitamin D in, because not only is it good for your overall health, but it's good to also prevent diseases, cancers, everything for the future. So it's not something you want to run into a deficiency, because that can create a lot of health problems. So we need to always pretty much have a balance, you know, everything in moderation, right? So it's important to expose your skin to the sun every day, but not to overexpose it, because you can run into issues. You can run into sun damage and also aging your skin prematurely, and that's something we want to avoid. We want to avoid the wrinkles, we want to avoid the leather skin, all of that. It's not something anyone wants, and I know, at least for myself, no thank you. So what can you do with your diet to help even protect your skin even more? And there's pretty much two things that I can really recommend, and I have to say I've noticed a huge change in how my skin reacts to the sun over the years from cleaning up my diet. I used to be one of those people that used to be so sensitive to the sun, and I would not only like burn really easily, but I'd also break out in rashes and hives, prickly heat, you name it. Like, I mean, it was terrible from head to toe, just covered in rashes, and you know, and allergic to like sunscreen, everything. So I know what it's like to be very sensitive to the sun. And the amazing thing is that I've noticed from going on a raw food diet, cleaning up my diet, I don't react to the sun anywhere like I used to. And in fact, I don't even burn as much as I used to. I still have to be careful though, because I am very fair skin, and being up in Canada where, you know, we've got a long winter, and so I have to transition into summer. If I go too quickly from like cold to hot, I do react a little bit. So there are things I have to watch out for. I have to listen to my body and take care of it. And someone had asked me if there is a sunscreen I do recommend, and I do, because I think in a day-to-day life, like if you're just, you know, going to work, or you know, just doing your daily thing, and you're not living on a beach and you're not in a tropical environment, then I don't really believe that there's any reason to be wearing sunscreen. But if you're living in an environment where it's really strong, the sun, and you're out on the beach all day, or you're working outdoors under the hot sun, then you should protect yourself, especially if you've got skin that is, you know, very fair and susceptible to burning, things like that. So it's using common sense, you know. I mean, the main thing is you don't want to burn yourself, but you also don't want to be, if you're hardly exposing yourself to the sun, the few minutes you do a day, you don't need to be wearing plastic sunscreen, because a lot of times sunscreen could actually be more toxic than exposing your skin to the sun. So everything has to be done with common sense. But if there is a sunscreen that I do recommend, it would be Alba Botanica. And they have two lines. I recommend the aloe vera line. And this I find to be great. I use this when I go to a beach. And what I love about it is that it's really low with toxic chemicals. Like, it's one of the lowest. And it works, okay? Like, I find I get a really good coverage. And I also am very sensitive and have allergic reaction in most sunscreens, and this is the only one that I don't like break out hives and rashes from. So highly recommend it. And so that's what I would do if I'm out on the beach or in a tropical environment. Now, what would I, with my diet, and what I recommend to anyone that wants to sort of protect their skin a little bit more from the inside out, is really to start cleaning up your diet. The main thing is that whatever you're eating, you eliminate either through your feces, your urine, or your sweat. And if you're eating foods that are full of chemicals, pesticides, additives, and also cooked oils like trans fats, a lot of processed food, remember all that stuff has to go through you. And a lot of times it's sweated out of your body, right? And it's not like we sweat and it just evaporates like into the atmosphere. When we sweat, it coats our skin. And picture you're out like under the hot sun, you're sweating, and then the sun rays are hitting your arm, and like it's cooking whatever it is that you're sweating out. So if you're eating a food, like a diet that's like high in like fried foods and processed stuff and full of like all sorts of like weird additives and chemicals, preservatives, pesticides, all of that stuff is coming through your skin, and it's getting cooked on your skin, and that's why you can start developing like premature aging and get burnt easily, things like that. That if you can bring that kind of stuff down and add in more fruits and vegetables, nuts, seeds, things like that, then you'll do much better, and you'll start noticing that your skin won't be reacting to the sun like it used to. Same thing too, even with antibiotics or medicine, over-the-counter prescription drugs, things like that. You have to be careful with that too, because that too gets eliminated through your skin and can make you more photosensitive. So those things are things to consider, is how can you bring down your toxic load, okay, and increase the things that will actually help to prevent sun damage. Like the number one thing that will really help to prevent any kind of skin damage, things like that, is antioxidants, okay? Any kind of like berries, or like blueberries, cranberries, cherries, raspberries, blackberries, cranberries, pomegranate. These fruits are full of antioxidants, and they help to neutralize all of the free radicals. So if there were anything you were to do, is lower the toxic food and increase fresh foods, especially the antioxidant rich fruits. That are, a great thing about them is they're low glycemic as well. So, and these two will help to just ensure that your body is able to neutralize any kind of damage, things like that, from the free radicals, from the UV rays, everything. Another thing I do want to just stress, because I feel like there's a lot of misinformation out there as to using coconut oil as a sunscreen. I don't know where this comes from, and I've heard from quite a few people that have tried it and have run into some serious problems with it. And I know, like, the moment I hear about it, it makes me cringe, because I'm fair skin and I know what it's like to go out in the sun with any kind of oil on the skin, and that's just asking for more problems. So if anyone's heard anywhere of using, like, that there's SPF in coconut oil, I think if you maybe have darker skin that is more resilient to the sun, then it might be all right. But for someone that is really fair skin, that's the last thing you want to be putting on your skin, like under the sun. All right, so, and that is something to avoid, as well as people have mentioned using aloe vera as a sunscreen. I don't recommend that either. I feel that it can actually have an opposite effect and start drying out the skin even more. That's something to use after your skin has been exposed to the sun. It's great to help with burns, things like that, but after, not while you're under the sun. All right, so I'm wishing you guys a fabulous day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.